while I was at school, I was in a class that was kind of like this, only the name of the class was Spiritual Health. It was just all things, nothing to do with religion. It was just spiritual health, kind of philosophical and all the different philosophies that are out there. There was not a day spent in any church. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not saying that. But it was all about... So anyway, we would play with some of these things in this class. And there was this lady in there who was a nurse. One of my really, really good friends. We were talking about this one day, and she had been trained in what she called therapeutic touch. Have any of you ever heard of this? Therapeutic touch? Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, I've always related it with spiritual healing and just the power of, we've actually dealt with prayer, the power of prayerful touch.
So,
The power of the energy of the people that were gathered there.
I don't know if this is the same thing as what you're talking about. She said, we as nurses are trained in this therapy where it's kind of like Reiki. Where you, and I've had Reiki done, I've let people work on me with the Reiki stuff. Thought it was cool, but this person, Teresa was her name, Teresa is her name, she said, we were having this conversation in class, and she said, do you want, I said, that sounds so cool. She was explaining what she did as a nurse. I mean, this is like East meets West kind of thing. She said, do you want to try? And I will try anything once. Except for cocaine, those stupid things. But I'll try just about anything once. And so I said, sure. And so I sat there in a chair. I wasn't lying down like you do with Reiki. I was sitting in a chair, and she said, just close your eyes and just sit there. And so I did, and we were just there in the room. Nobody else was there. Actually, there was another person who was having Reiki done on him at the time, but they were like way far away. And so I'm sitting there, and she didn't, it's called therapeutic touch, but she didn't touch me once, like Reiki. And I kept opening my eyes to see what she was doing. And I won't touch you, but I'm going to, this is what she was doing. She was just she was taking her hand all over me like this. And at one point she said, you have a bad back, don't you? And I thought to myself, I said, yeah, I do. In my mind, I'm going, everybody has a bad back. That's a good guess, Anybody could make that guess, fortune teller kind of thing. She says, no, I can tell you have a bad back. Because it was a 9th grade football injury, and had struggled with back pain ever since. She goes, yeah, I can tell. And then she just did that for about 15 minutes, never touched me once. And that's nice, Teresa. Big deal. And at the time, at Southern Illinois, I rode my bike back and forth to school. And it was just convenient, and we only had one car, and we were poorer than dirt, so we couldn't afford gas. And so I remember this so clearly. I got on my bike, and I started riding, and it felt like somebody had poured pure energy into me. And I went, holy cow. I took off, and I got to my house, dropped off my bag, said to my wife, I'm going riding. And for 2 hours, we lived near a forest, for 2 hours, I had one of the best rides I ever had, never got the least bit tired, and I was going full blast, all out. I called her up that night, and I said, Teresa, what did you do? And she said, tell me about it. And I said, I don't know, I just never had that much energy before. She said, yeah, that's how it works. And it was at that point I said, I got to learn about this. I've got to learn about these different energies. There's a